All right. Now, let me do this here. So if you do PWD, so this is your home directory, right? When you log in, I said early on, whenever a regular user logs in, he logs in and everybody, like if you're coming into your house, some people come from the front door, some people come from the garage or whatever. Okay, so that's the entry point into the operating system. So since I'm logging as user Zafar, by default, this is a user directory for me. This is my home directory. So for everybody else, this would be the home and then /Zafar. Or if you're Mirza, it would be Mirza, Ranjan, whatever. So this is where the directory structure starts for the regular user. Okay, what about home? Are we able to go into home? Yes, we are. So if you do cd ... and hit enter, and if you do pwd, it took us one directory level up. From Zafar directory, you are into a directory called home. And if you do ls here, you see all the listing of all the users here. We have a listing of all the users who've been working, logging into this system and who have access to it. What if you do tree here? Now you see all the good information here, but you're getting error here because as a regular user, you don't have access to the directory for other users. You're just a regular guy, you don't have too much access. Once you have admin access, then you will have access everywhere. So in reality, this is how it's working here. Everybody go ahead and type pwd, and you see there is another slash here, right? Before home, there is a slash. Actually, that slash is a directory in itself. You do cd ... and hit enter. And if you do ls here, you have a lot more directories here. Okay. So how is this working? So what I have here is
Mr. Zafar, I have a question.
yeah.
So this directory that we're in right now, is this the root user directory, or is it just because there are three types of roots, right?
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Very good. I'm coming there. Right
Okay.
now,
Because I was thinking we wouldn't have access to this, but
you will have some level of access, okay?
okay.
In fact, a lot of people might have, a lot of regular user might even have access to reading the kernel
Logs?
too, kernel logs and all that. There may be some default settings that it may not have. But over here, you definitely do have all this. So how is this working here? Let's take a look. So very first thing you have here is a slash. Okay, and what does this slash do? It's the topmost directory. You cannot go above this directory. So this is the name of this, the name of slash is called root. And this is topmost. Okay. You know, I don't like this here. Give me 1 second. So right here, this is a directory. Okay. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same exact size so that everybody understands this. Okay, and few more. Okay, good. So now if you do pwd, all you have is a slash, nothing but a slash. So what is the slash doing here? Slash is so what you have is a forward slash. Okay, so you should have nice in okay. So you have a slash here, and this slash is referred to as root. Okay, this is referred to as root here. So what you do is you just type root, and this is the topmost directory. Okay, and in there, if you do ls here, let me do ls-l so that it comes up in the list version. Okay, so in here, what you do is you see slash bin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, hold on. This is not. Okay, so all these are the default directories here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all these things here, and then make it a nice diagram here. Bin, boot, dev, etc, home, lib64, media, mnt, opt. Okay, and there is another directory in here, root. So give me 1 second here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Sir, I see a different kind of structure which is different from yours.
What do you see?
I just see the total is 40, and then I see Abid, Adil, Aftab,
Yeah,
Ahmed,
no.
Ali.
I told you should be in, when you do pwd, you should be in slash. So type cd ... again,
Okay.
and then you will go back to the topmost directory.
Yes. So then I have to do ls again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see the bin, dev, home, libs, 64, and 20. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you now.
Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reduce the size here so that it fits in here.
Mr. Zafar, I have a question.
Yeah.
The lib64, that shouldn't be a directory, right? Because under the root directory, I think there are like 15 directories.
Yeah, no, I'm coming there. Just hang on.
Okay.
So what we have here is, so bin, boot, dev, etc, home, all these. So how is their structure? Here is, let me just quickly keep it to the side so that I can see it. So the first one, is slash bin. Okay, and the second one is, what is the second one? Slash boot. Okay, and then the third one is /dev. Fourth one is etc. All right. Fifth is /home. Sixth is /lib /lib64. And what do we have here? Media. And then /mnt /opt /proc. I may not be able to fit all of them in here. And then /root. Okay, and all right, so let me stop it here. And /root. Then what I have is I need sbin srv sys temp user var. So how many I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Also, I have a question, please.
Yeah.
So, since we are in a root and using slash, so why you put again slash in front of each name?
Yeah, when you go into the directory, go into one directory, cd/bin, and do pwd. See what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
If I'm trying to change the directory, it's saying permission is denied.
What are you trying to do?
So I'm changing the directory from cd boot or cd root. It says permission denied.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Hang on. So then what we have is we have root so far, right? So after that, what we have is /run and then /sbin and /srv and what we have is sys tmp producer. Okay, wow. So all these directories, so for the parent directory for all this directory is /root. Okay, and all these are child directories. So if I may draw something like this here. And all these directories are in the same structure. Okay, and let me pull this down a bit. Of course, it's not going to work now. Okay, so all these directories are connecting in here, and I should also draw this here like this. I should move this down a bit here so that it looks good. Okay, and so all of them are in the one single line here, all these. All these are in one single line here, so let me do this here. Okay, so you all get the idea here, what is happening. Dev I'm holding the shift key. I just learned if you hold the shift key, it's drawing right straight down. So you learn something every day. Beautiful. Well, let me move this a bit down here, then I could Once I put in the document, I'll adjust this later, okay? Okay, so all these directories are in operating system here, right? So what are we doing with all these directories here? So the very first one is, this is the topmost directory. Okay. And this directory here is the home directory. And this directory is for the users. User home. Okay, and there is another directory called root. I said slash is a root, and slash root is also a directory there, and this directory is for root user. We haven't come to the root user yet. So root user is the admin. So when the root logs in, this is his home directory. Okay, and this is the temporary directory. We somehow end up learning about temporary directory because everybody have access to it, and you could put temporary files in there.
Are these directories by default or
Yes, by default. You cannot, I mean, some of them you may be able to delete it, but if you end up deleting like slash boot, you are in big trouble.
okay,
The operating system goes down.
okay.
Yeah.
So these are by default.
These are by default, and these are very essential directories that help function the operating system.
Okay,
Okay?
okay, got you. So the significance, every directory has a significance of its own, right?
Yeah. So let's discuss that.
So the whole admin is based on this, or is it wider than this?
No, I'm coming there. You will learn a lot of stuff right now. So you'll learn about the directories, what they are, and how really we may need or may not need, and all that we're going to learn right now. So today is September 4, 2021. So let me copy this and put it here. I don't like dragging this here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't look good here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce a bit. Okay, looks much better. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through each directory and see what this directory is, okay? So the very first directory is slash. This is the topmost directory, okay? And this is referred to as root directory, okay? So when somebody in generally speaking, root directory, that means they are referring to topmost directory. There is nothing more above this directory. This is the master directory, I should say. Okay, and the next one, I'm going to talk about slash root. Okay, a little bit not in order what you see here. Slash root is, this is system admin home directory. So if I log in as root here, I'm just showing you, you don't have access to this yet. So if I log in as root, and if I do pwd, my root directory is slash root. If I would have logged in as Zafar here, my home directory would have been, slash home slash Zafar. But for root, it's slash root. So I'm jumping the gun here. I'll explain you what is a root user in a minute here. But let's just focus here. Slash bin, it contains all the binary user commands. I think I told you guys here, when you type, when you want to see if a command is listed, right, which ls, let's do which tree. No, not tree. If you do which pwd, so it's rerouting to user slash bin 2. Okay, but if you see here, not this one, if I do cd slash and I'm going to do pwd, and if I do ls-l, okay, you know what is happening here? Looking at this, I explained you just last week. What is this?
It's the path of bin.
Exactly. It is a link. It is a soft link to slash user bin.
Yes.
So it's just rerouting it here. From here is rerouting to one of the folder in here, user slash bin. So it contains all the binary user commands. So all the command you are saying, the reason we have this is here is we may not have access to slash user. And there is another folder in here called bin. and the PWD for this is user slash bin and slash bin they are the same here. This is soft link to slash user bin. Okay, in old days, I suppose you would have a command in here and in USR2. But let's take a look here. One thing I would say is this is just informational. Don't worry too much about it. I'll tell you which directories are really important and which are not. Okay. So right after that, the next one is boot slash
Hey,
boot.
Mr. Zafar, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So when you were in the user slash bin, if you had done ls, wouldn't have brought up a list of all the commands?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yep.
It does. Even if you do ls cd there, and if you do ls, you could see all the commands in here. All these commands are actually sitting in slash user slash bin. Why? Because this is slash bin is just the symlink. Did I tell you guys soft link is also known as symlink? If I don't, let me just jot that down.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so symbolic link or soft link is actually called symbolic. Symbolic means it's just representative. Okay, it's not actually there. Or symlink. At work, your coworker might say symlink. Most of the time they say symlink. I never heard or barely hear soft link. A lot of coworkers will say symlink. Okay. Okay, moving forward, we have slash boot, right? So slash boot, what does slash boot does? It contains system bootable files. So there are some important files that system needs, right? Let me see if I am able to go into as user. Okay, I am. And if I do ls-l, these are very important. Kernel, we'll talk about what kernel is a little later, but these are very important files that need the system. When it rebooting, it will check all these files in there. So these are in fact the images of the system boot that it really needs it so that the operating system loads into the memory and starts working. So for now, you just worry about the statement. That's it. Nothing more than that. Slash dev, I think the next one is. Yeah. So what this device contains, slash dev, it contains
All the peripherals?
Yeah.
All the devices connected?
Yeah, it contains all the attached devices. Dev stands for devices. Give me 1 minute here. I got a call. Hello. Oh, भेजो मैं करता हूँ. Okay. Okay, I'm back here. So it contains all the attached devices information. Example, hard drives, CD-ROM, network cards, etc. Okay, and you will be dealing with this a lot. Because you will be dealing with the hard drive later on in the course. In fact, rest of your life you will be dealing with this directory. Okay, and after that the next one is /etc is very important drive too. Not drive, but the directory. It contains all the configuration file. So if you are configuring the network adapter, anything like that, then all the files are going to be sitting in the etc configuration etc folder. If this directory gets deleted, it's going to be a lot of problem. You will face a lot of problems in here. And this is your coworker will share a short. This is referred to as in short. In short, this is referred to as etc. ETSY. If your coworker say the file is missing from the etc folder, that means he's referring to etc folder. So if I go into cd/etc and if I do ls-l, these are all the configuration .conf. If you look at the file, it has like the extension .conf. That means it's a configuration file. Okay, after etc, what do we have here? Okay, lib and lib64. Okay, so lib
It's
and
home, I
lib.
think.
After
etc is home, right?
Is it? Yeah, it's home. So home directory, by now you all should know. This is the home directory for user.
Here the user refers to us or some other
Us.
people who are.
Us. User refer to us and application user. This is a home directory for users. This is a home directory for application user ID. I mean, if there is an ID on the system, no matter what, if it doesn't have to be a name, right? A person name. It could be the application name like Oracle, Microsoft, or whatever. Okay, that is possible. Or you have a lot of other application here like database. They use DB2 user, something like this. If the directory is being used as a user, then that directory sits in here. Okay, an example is /home/Zafar. Okay. And after that, what we have is /lib and /lib64. I'm going to bundle this up together. /lib and /lib64. If you look at it, In fact, lib is a soft link to /user bin /user lib. So user directory, later on I'll tell you, this is going to be very important because it has all the binary files which are sitting in here, shared by folder /lib, and lib64 is if it's a 64-bit operating, if it's a 64-bit binaries. So for now, only worry about it contains system binary files shared by application, and /lib is symlink for /user lib
64.
and /lib64. Lib stands for library. Okay, so is symlink for /user. I mean, there are some codes in here and everything. This is beyond my head. But if you try going in here, cd lib, and if you do pwd, and if you do ls, so it has like all these folders in here, okay, which may or may not be readable here. So if I try to read this, okay, that one is readable. And if I try to go into this folder here, and if I do ls here, so some files are in text mode, some files would be into the information is written into the binary, zeros and one. Okay, see, this file is giving you the error. That means this file is written in binary. It's the putty is not capable of reading it, zeros and ones. Okay, so we are not worried too much about this here. And then /media is just a folder there. It's a blank folder for using for mounting
CD-ROMs?
Yeah, mounting CD-ROMs. I'll show you later in the course how to mount a CD-ROM, okay? Usually unused. Let me see if it has anything in there. Yeah, nothing is in there, okay? It's an empty directory. Okay, after media, what do we have here is MNT. This is almost the same thing. Same exact thing. And okay, this is usually used. This is usually used for mounting CD-ROM or ISO. I'm not going to talk about what ISO is. It's just a soft copy of CD-ROM, okay? That's what it is. Okay. Now next one is OPT. Okay, OPT is very important. What it contains is it contains third party application software files. So if you install a third-party software, more than likely that thing goes and sits in OPT folder. Let's see here, what do we have in here? Slash so there is nothing in here. But if you, for example, if you install like a Oracle database, something like that, SAP, something, all those files goes and sit in here, okay? SAP or any other application. Okay, proc, I think is next one. Okay, slash proc, PROC. This is very important. So what the proc is, it has like this directory is being used to write the active memory information. Contains the active memory information. Usually you refer to as system processes. So if you go in here, cd/proc, and if you do ls here, so it has the processes here which are being run by root here. Okay, see, we have users here, right? I do lsfn-l grep Zafar. Okay, so what is happening here is there are so many processes which are being run right now. That means this is real time. Okay, this is really active right now, and it's sitting in the memory because proc folder manages the memory here. If I do ps-ef and grab Zafar here, so if you look in here, the process is 5168, and look here, 5168. So this is probably running this process here in memory, and it's running the system D, whatever this user is, which is Zafar here. Right, this one here, can somebody tell me what this one looks like? This is being used as in memory, but this is like my active connection here. This is my active connection right now to the system. Okay, for Zafar. So I wouldn't say sweat about this too much, but all these things you get with some experience. So for now, it contains the active memory information. That's all you need to worry about as of this moment. Okay, so what is the next one? Next one is /run. I don't think I ever used /run. This is unused. Probably blank here. So let's go in there and see if it's blank. Oh, my bad. So let's see here. I thought this is unused here, but let's Google this here.
For slash run, Mr. Zafar, don't they store temporary runtime files by daemons? The system
Uh,
daemons?
they may have changed it in CentOS 8. CentOS 7, I thought this was not being used here. You know what? Actually, let's take a look here. Uh, so right now, I think it's keeping. There used to be slash var run. Slash var run and run, they all have the same exact thing in there. See, sudo all this. I would expect this to be the redirect for this here, I mean the symlink. But let's see here. Okay, so we'll stand with the original thing here, unused, and then symlink to slash var slash run. Okay, just let's leave it that way. And what is next one? What we got next is sbin. Okay, now let's go into slash sbin. So we have bin up here, right? What did bin do? It contains all the binary for this is a regular user, supposed to be a regular user, that is us. It contains all the binary commands for regular user. Okay, sbin is for system user, which is administrator. Contains commands for administrator. For root, that means administrator. And what else we have next? SRV and SRC. So SRV, sometimes I'm using this as for my mounting the drives here. So SRV and sys, they all blanked. I think they're not used. CDSRV is nothing in there. CD slash SYS. It's I think it's using. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to compare this with Red Hat 7 here and see what there is. Right now we are on Red Hat 8. Okay, so Red Hat 7 has /sys also, but I'm not sure what is being used here. I have to get back on that one. But /srv usually used for mounting CD-ROM. /sys, I'll get back to you. I thought it wasn't being used, but I'm wrong. Okay, now the next one is /temp. Temp is very important. Anybody could read and write into it. Okay, so this is if you need to send some files to application team and they don't have any other place to put it, but the good place to put it is for temp. Okay, you will use it quite a lot actually. This is used to keep temporary files. All users have read and write they all have a read and write permissions. Okay, we'll go into permissions. That's a big topic that comes in. But now what is the last one here is /what? /usr. Okay, /usr, it contains all the system files and folders containing the commands. Also, it contains optional commands not native to Linux. So if it doesn't come with the operating system, that means it goes and sits in there in this USR folder. And /var, very important, it keeps /var is the last one, right? Yeah. It contains the system log and logs generated by installed application. Okay, so remember when we went into var log messages, we will have to go into the, if you want to see the system messages, right? We did what? Can somebody tell me what we did? tail-f/var log messages, yeah. Var log messages. Cannot open for reading. Permission denied. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, so the regular user, they don't have permission. The root user does. So a root user could see active messages being written here. Okay, so that is all we have for directory structure. Don't sweat too much on this. What it actually is just directories coming down. So this is the topmost directory, and these are all the directories inside a directory. Okay, and the ones which are really important are the root, proc, opt, and so the other ones, they are in the background, they are important, but proc, opt, you might use mnt here and there, but this is all you have here. Okay, so the definition I have is enough for what you need to know. Okay, in fact, I don't know too much about this. I just know the specific folders and all that. But as a user, you could definitely create more directories in this location as slash. We'll take a look when we would be creating a file system and all that. Okay, any questions now?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, Common.
So, what happens to a system if one of these directory is missing?
So the one unused are missing, probably nothing will happen. The ones which are important, like boot, the system will not boot. If the root directory is gone, then the root user will have problems logging in. If the etc is gone, the configuration of the system will be gone, so you will have lot of problems. System will throw errors and all that. If you kill /boot, then the whole system is gone. You have to rebuild the system from scratch.
Okay. All right. Thanks, sir.
Does our work focuses on fixing all these things?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. But mostly you'll be worried about like later on we'll configure a network interface card, and we will be dealing with etc etc folder. Okay, later on we'll be doing some kernel updates and all that. We'll be dealing with boot. We'll be logging as a root user, so you will be dealing there. Running the commands, you'll be dealing. Mounting a CD drive, you'll be dealing with that. Temporary folders, you deal a lot. Every day I'm dealing with this every day at my work. Okay, so let's take a break here. So it's 11:35 Central. So let's come back at, let's take a 20-minute break. We'll be back at 11:55 Central. Okay, and let me pause the recording. Okay. Okay, now, so this part is done here. So let's see what I'm going to do next is next thing is let's go ahead and start connecting to our servers. Everybody click on the student servers, and you all be getting like 3 servers, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Username is what you see. Your username and the password is the same password when you're logging into this system directly here. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna log in. Okay. Okay. So everybody, you guys were able to see your own servers, right? Anybody have any question about that? Go into the course website and then click on student servers and find your name, and everybody would have your own servers here. I have my own 3 servers here, so I'm going to copy that and then keep it handy in the text pad.
Can you repeat it once again?
Yeah. Visit the website and click on
Yeah.
student servers and find your name,
Yes.
and you'll see the IP address. Are you aware about IP addresses? So this is the server for each server, IP address for each server. So you should connect only the one you need to connect to. So for example, Najam, there's the first one, second one, and the third one. Okay. Yeah. So the next topic is called SSH. So it's called SSH, right? It's called Secure Shell. The way you're connecting from PuTTY to the main server is called Secure Shell. You're using PuTTY to connect using Secure Shell. Okay, so what do we got here? So everybody, wherever you logged into the main server called server Zafar at server 01. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to my first server 10.1.10.132. Okay, so so from this server you're going to going into another server here. So what you do is type SSH space then the IP address. Okay, and hit enter. You will get a message regarding the fingerprint exchange. Okay, so what it's doing is it's exchanging the secure key. All those things, there are a lot of things going on in the background, but in simple terms, you are accepting the terms and conditions. Just keep it that way, okay? Just type yes and hit enter, and it will ask you for the password. Down on the bottom line, you see Zafar at my IP address. For you, if you're Najam, you will say Najam at your IP address. Okay, so go ahead and put the password in, the one I gave you. It's the same password as you've been using.
I'm unable to open when I'm entering the IP address. It's saying it's not there.
Did you type SSH? Type
Okay.
SSH, then the space, then the IP address.
Where should I type that?
In the PuTTY.
But I'm not able to enter the PuTTY. Just the IP address, I'm able to go till there.
Do PWD, where are you?
You mean go log through the previous one or to the new IP address?
No. What? Log through the previous one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're jumping the gun. It's good that you're exploring that way too, but yeah, log into the server first. That way,
Okay, once I go there,
did you, yeah, type in, where are you logged in as? Server 01?
yes.
Okay, then type SSH and then grab the number one server for you. Will be 10.1.10.9.
Should I type all that?
Yeah, type that. Of course, you have to make sure. Before that, did you went into the website and to take a look? You have 3 servers available.
I do, yeah, I have it.
Okay, so let's go into the first one
Okay, just enter.
and hit enter. It will tell you want. It will give you a message. Type yes there. Anybody else is having problem?
Okay, I did.
And then it will ask you for the password. So go ahead and put your password in.
Yes, I did.
In real time, is there any real fingerprints required
Yes. Yes. This is exactly the new thing. Every time when you're going to go in there, very first time, if you're going to the very first server you haven't been logged into before, this will happen. Next time around, it will ask you for the password.
No, but actual fingerprints are used, or just like you have to type
No,
yes and go on?
fingerprint means it's not using your fingerprints.
That's what I was saying, yes.
No. That's a good question. I will come to that, okay? Fingerprints means these days everything has a fingerprint, right? I mean, like your car, it has a serial number, right? That is considered a fingerprint. So what you're doing here is,
Basically, it's a re-verification of yourself.
yeah, so
So I am at Aisha, a student.
yeah, very good. Anybody else? Everybody are able to log in? If I don't hear anybody saying anything, that means you are logged in.
Am I supposed to log in with the other 2 IP addresses too?
No. Just hold on, lady. I'm walking you through. Just hang on. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Then we'll do
Yeah,
that, okay?
I'm connected as well, Mr. Zafar.
Okay, great. So if nobody is saying anything, that means they are able to log in and everything. So good. So what happened here is,
Oh, Professor,
yeah.
I'm having trouble. I'm having issue to log in.
You're
They asked me
disappointing me.
my
What do you
password.
mean you're having issue?
So it asked my password. I put my password, but it said permission denied.
Okay, I'm gonna text me on WhatsApp and I'll give you the password. I think I may have a different password for you. This is Coleman, right, or call?
Yes, sir. Comment. Yes, sir.
Okay, text me on WhatsApp. I think I'll give you the password. Okay, everybody, please never share the password with anybody, please.
Okay.
In the real world scenario and in this lab scenario, everywhere, never share the password. Ranjan, it's the same password for you, the one I gave you yesterday. All lowercase. Okay, and Common, did you text me? Okay, here's all lowercase. Here is your password. So before that, let's see what is secure cell is. So I like this definition here. So here's the thing here. Secure shell, SSH stands for Secure Shell Protocol. And it's a cryptographic protocol. So cryptographic means, I would say, encrypted. Network protocol for operating network services securely over a unsecured network. Typically, application include remote command line login, remote command execution, but any network service can be secured with SSH. Okay, this is the definition. We're gonna do a little bit practical here, and then you will understand what is actually happening. Okay. So when you do give me 1 second, I got kicked out of the other line. So what is happening here is SSH, this is a command, and then this is the server IP address. Later on at job, either you could use the IP address or the server name. I'll show you what the name is in a minute. And this is the IP address of the server. This is IP address.
Can you hear me now?
IP address. Yeah, I can hear you. Who's this?
Husna.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So when you hit that, what will happen here is it will exchange the keys. Okay, so this part exchange cryptographic keys. And then you have to say yes, you have to accept it, or else it will deny. So you have to say yes. And this is the IP address of server. Okay. Now you do SSH and all that. It will ask you to connect, and here it will automatically asking you to connect. Give the password for Zafar here. Why is it saying Zafar? Because you didn't specify. There is a way to specify with a different name. Here it's saying Zafar here. It will assume that you want to connect using the user Zafar here. So you're connecting from user here to the user Zafar on this server. If the Zafar user doesn't exist on that server, you won't be able to connect. You need to know the username and password of the user Zafar on the other server. Even though I make it look like you're putting in the password for the same server, right? Actually, you're putting in the username and password for that specific server, okay? So here the username and password is asking is connecting with Zafar here, right? The reason it's connecting with Zafar is because you are automatically logged into this server as Zafar. So it's thinking, oh, you want to connect to that server using the name Zafar. Okay, it will automatically ask for the username Zafar. If the username Zafar doesn't exist on that server, nothing in the world you will be able to connect.
So the definition of the security here is that Zafar is a definition of security for now. I mean, in my case, it is Najam, right?
No, not security. The username.
The username is the secured SSH. What you're defining is
No,
that.
you connecting a protocol called SSH. You're connecting to the another server.
Okay, so it is the bridge between myself and a new and the other, the third party, you can say.
Okay, I'll show you a diagram here. Give me 1 minute. So what is happening is um, let's see here if I could find. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so far we've been working on this server here. Server on the left, that's what we've been doing, so far. So this server is our 71 point. Can somebody tell me the IP address? .71 57.95.5.
95. Oh,
Okay, and the next server I'm going to connect is the local server inside it, which is 10.1.10. And let me see what is my server here. Mine is 232. 232. Okay. So you're connecting from this, all this is happening in a fraction of a second. When we type SSH and then the server IP address, I type SSH, I'm telling the system, hey, do the SSH to the another server and here's the IP address. Call from here to here, this is the telephone number. So what it does is, our server, it makes a connection and establish a connection. It's sending a service public key. It sends the key here. So it sends the key, and then there is a negotiation happening. It's called TCP Handshake. So negotiation is called, it's happening. So the connection is happening, and when the key, the server sends it, this server resends that key again to the server, and that way this server validates, yes, you are the correct server you're trying to connect. Is establish a tunnel over the unsecure. You're going on a highway, but there is one more lane in the highway which is secure. Nobody else could come in and nobody else could go out. It's only for you. Did you get it? So tunnel is established between two servers. Now it will ask you for the username and password. If the username and password matches on the server on the right, voila, you are inside the server right now. Okay, so this is called a TCP handshake. TCP handshake. What is happening is sync-ack. I will tell you what is that, not now. Maybe when I cover the protocol, TCP protocol, I will tell you that the thing, what is happening is sync-ack, then ack. Sync stands for synchronize, ack means acknowledge, and sync and acknowledge, and then the other one is sync and acknowledge. First one is sync.
Mr. Zafar, is that supposed to be handshake?
No, sync-ack. That's what it's called.
No, next to TCP. Next to TCP.
SYNC. Oh yeah. So it's called sync. Then the second one is sync-ack. And then ack means acknowledge.
What does the TCP handshake stand for?
Yeah, read this as sync-ack. Okay, sync stands for synchronization, A stands for ack stands for acknowledgement. Okay, and let me copy this picture. Okay.
सोशल स्टडीज शुरू भी कर दोगे एग्जैक्टली तो सोशल स्टडीज को बिठाओ स्कूल में क्या पढ़ा है मतलब तीनों में दोनों में चेक करेंगे शॉर्ट कर
So what happened here is called a sync-syncac act. It is logged in as it's the TCP connection happened. It's happening very fast. Okay, a lot of things happen really fast, but a lot of things happen fast, but also at the same time, it's happening in a very complex manner. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is go ahead and type exit. Go back to your own server, the master server again.
Can I have my password? Because I did not get my password.
Can you text me? I'll text you on the. It's the same password, right? Is it not working?
I did. Which, this, what do you mean by the?
It's the same password when you log into the main server.
Oh, okay.
Is it working? I see. Yeah, you're logged in here. So wherever you're logged in, just type their host name. Just type Husna at server 01. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I did.
Now type the SSH space, then go to the website and type in your IP address, the first IP address.
I already did it. I'm in
Oh,
there.
okay,
My
good.
system is working properly today. It's keep hanging up.
I think I told you a long time ago, so you have to go into the change settings here and window and put like a large number in here.
I already did that. It's my system.
Oh, your system, and make sure on the connection, make sure you're 60 seconds.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, let's go ahead and log in again. If you bring the line up, hit enter. This time it's gonna only ask you for the password. Go ahead and type in your secret password. So you logged in now. But here you see student Zafar, and this is student 1. Student, right? So over here, type in host name, HOSTNAME, and hit enter. Now you should see your student.zmpt.com. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you the root password. Everybody type SU and a hyphen. SU minus sign, that means switch to root, and hit the enter key, and the password is red hat, all lowercase. Now you see you're logged in as root.
The password was REDHAT.
Yes, all lowercase. So when you type host name, this is the name of the computer. Host name command.
So what's the password you said?
Red Hat, all lowercase.
No, the before.
Before for what?
SSH 10.1.10.125. After it's saying for a password, right?
Is it asking? Is it giving you your name at the and then the
Yeah.
IP address?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so just type the password. There is only one password you have, right? Just type that in there.
Like 7-1.
No. What is the password you log into the putty?
Okay.
Yeah, that password.
Brother Zafar, this time we are doing the same first IP address, right?
First IP address. Yes. Everybody, please stay with me. First IP address.
So SSH and then the first IP address.
Correct.
Enter.
Correct.
One thing that I noticed was that when you said exit, so does it go one by one backstab?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it closes the
Connection. Very good.
connection.
So you have one server, you have another server, you have another server here, right? So you're from here,
So
you're going into here,
okay.
you're going into student, and then from there, if you go into another server, it will come back here, and then from there it goes back here. Very good. Very good observation. In fact, you could go like another 10 servers down the road. I mean, I've done as much as 10. You could do many times. So that's how the hacking happens. You know, if your computer is vulnerable, a hacker from Russia comes into Brazil, from there it goes to India and all that, and then it try to hack in some other server. So that's how you trace it. So everybody with me?
Yes, I'm an iShad student.
Okay, go ahead and type SU. SU stands for switch user.
What's the next password you said? Red Hat?
Yes, SU and hit enter, and the password is just Red Hat.
Okay.
And then you should see over here as root. Did you type host name there? You should say student.zmpts.com.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now you have a full root access. So you are logged in as a root now to this server. You could destroy it, you could do whatever you want. In fact, I'll tell you guys to like play with it so much to the point you destroy it. I'll be really happy. Anybody who destroyed the server a couple times, I will be really happy for them. That's how you're gonna learn. Destroy, and I will rebuild it again. I could build it many times for you. So now you are using the switch user. This command su is switch user. And when you do just the hyphen, that means root. Switch to root. And then it will ask for the root password.
So on an average daily, we have to remember 10 passwords.
No. You're jumping the gun here. There are a lot of ways in here. You're not gonna be doing all those. You don't have to remember 10 passwords 10 times. No. We'll see here. But here's the thing here. You as a user will not. So you connect to the server as a user. From there, then you switch to root. Okay, that's how it works. Because direct root access is not allowed in the system, in the environment.
SU and SU hyphen is the same?
I'm sorry?
SU and SU hyphen is the same?
No, you have to type SU space hyphen and hit enter. It will ask you for the password.
I just entered SU and then it asked me for the password and I entered Red Hat.
Okay, well, it may, I mean, you keep doing it, so, but are you still at root? It says root at student.
Yes.
Okay, good. You are in.
So, Mr. Zafar, I have a question.
Yes.
When we're managing other people's accounts and stuff, if we use the switch user account, not the switch user account, the switch user switch this command right here. So instead of the hyphen for root, would we put a different person's username to get into it?
Yes. But you have to be root first before you do it.
Yes, of course. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So now, so let me just put this in the document.
I tried it the Mirza way by typing SU and then giving a space and type Mirza. So it says username does not exist.
Yeah, it is not on the system because you are not there on that system.
We have different IP addresses. We're in different servers. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you switch to root. And so everybody are in their own system. The system Mirza has is different than what I have here, because you look here, all of them has a different IP address. Okay, we are probably 40 servers I have here, so all of them has a different IP address. So whatever server you logged into, it's not the same exact server. Okay, now I'm gonna show you everybody. Go ahead and we're gonna change the name here. Okay, so for the name of the server, everybody type host name in there, HOSTNAME, and hit enter. So this is the name of the server you got. Okay, so I'm gonna have to everybody change the name of the server. So to change the name of the server, type hostname hyphen hostname CTL, I'm sorry, and then a space, then give a host name, and then the name you should type is like this: host name CTL, then set host name, then a space, then everybody use your first name. I'm gonna use Zafar01 dot zmpt.com. Okay, keep this part the same, .zmpt.com same, but instead of student, we are changing the student here. So instead of student, what we're gonna do is we're gonna type Zafar01 at zmpt.com.
Then enter.
Yeah, then hit enter. If you don't get error message, that means it worked. Then to view if it really worked, type host name. So mine is zafar01.zmpt.com. Everybody else, if you did it correctly, you should have your name 01@zmpt.com.
I got an error.
What is the error name? Send me the picture in the WhatsApp group.
So before I was just Aisha at home/Aisha, right? Now I am getting Aisha01.
That's good. When you type
Yeah.
host name, Aisha01@zmpt.com.
Yes.
That's it. You're done. Who got a problem? All right. So
No, Professor.
professor. Okay.
Mr. Zafar. It's saying that a command like hostname CT1's not found.
No, it's CTL as in Larry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Husna, you have to switch the user. You did SU, but you didn't type the password correctly there. Are
Okay,
you-
yeah, now I got it.
Type PWD and tell me what you see, Husna.
TWD?
Yeah. Or you stuck there? Is the cursor stuck?
No, it said command not found.
PWD. PWD. Our good old command, PWD.
It's Husna slash.
Okay, so you have to run this command here, okay? Type SU hyphen space hyphen, then look closely, it's asking you for the password. Then type password Red Hat.
It say last login Saturday, September 4th.
Okay,
Last-
so you're logged in. Now you see root at student, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now type this command exactly.
Okay.
Before that, just type host name and hit enter. You should see this command.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now type this command here carefully. Hostname CTL, set hostname, and then instead of Zafar01, make it Husna01.zmpt.com.
Okay.
Mr. Zafar, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be jumping the gun, but I was kind of like messing around with the server. But this server is completely blank. It has nothing.
They're supposed to, yes.
It's supposed to be like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it you're looking in there?
Like system files, none of those come up.
What are you where are you right now?
Oh, right now I'm in the root at student.
Yeah, but if you type host name, what is it showing?
Mirza01.zmpt.com.
Yeah, that's supposed to be, yeah.
Yep.
What is that you're looking in there? You do ls and see if something is in there?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I did
no.
the tree thing too, and the dot is not blue, like it's not a directory.
Yeah, good. Nothing's
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
Okay.
Unless the two dots and then the basic bash and all that, those are hidden. So now everybody, here's the reality. You have to keep up here because I cannot go slow going forward because all the things I'm showing you, you're gonna have to like a little bit get good hands on this, okay? Because all these things, the previous things I'm not gonna be showing you, PWD and all those things. You have to just stay in the game and keep up, because this is really important, and we have lot of things to learn going forward. So now since we changed the name here, it reflected the name here, but still it says student here, because we have to exit and come back in there. Okay, all right, good. Now everybody go ahead and type exit out of there. When you exit, what will happen is it will exit out of the root user. You will go back to Zafar. But if you do a host name, still you're still in the server. Now if you type exit again, you come back to the main server, server 01. Go ahead and log into your server again. Make sure you are in server 01 and then you log in from there. Enter. It will ask you for the password again. Oh, I typed the wrong number. Okay, now I'm logged in, and if I do host name here, the host name is correctly showing up here. Zafar 01 and then Zafar at Zafar 01. And go ahead and type SU hyphen and hit enter. So now you are in as a root. One thing I want to point out is, one way you could tell you logged in as a root is, there are several ways you could do it actually. One best way you could tell if you're logged in as root is here. You see a $sign here, that is for the regular user, and for the root it's a £sign. And the regular user has dollar for regular user.
If it is asking for the password, then we again enter Red Hat.
Which command did you type? SU hyphen?
I did not go till there. I just entered the IP address and then.
No, then you type your your Aisha password, whatever the password you have.
Okay, let me try again.
For me, it says authentication failure.
Where are you now?
I exited and then logged back in into my server, and then it asked the password. I gave the password and then the host name. The host name is najam.zmpt.com. It's najam at najam.
Yeah, you're good.
And then I did SEO space hyphen, and it asked for password.
All lowercase Red Hat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just for one.
No, SU hyphen is root. I told you a little bit earlier.
I got it. I'm good.
Okay.
But for me, it doesn't show root at Najam.
What does it show you?
Najam at Najam, the one that I renamed it.
Yeah, Najam at Najam 01.
No, I just renamed it as Najam at Najam only.
Yeah, rename it as a 01 because others one's going to be 02 and 03. You're going to be having problem later on.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to be playing around, bouncing around from server 1, server 2, server 3. We're going to be doing a lot of things there. So how do you change the name again? Host name, CTL
Host
space.
name, CTL.
But make sure
Space
you are in
set.
a root. You're logged in as root.
Okay, so I have to go back, right?
No, don't go back. Where are you at? Najam at Najam?
Yes.
Okay, there type SU hyphen. And hit enter.
Yeah, it asked me for a password.
Now that password is Red Hat. That's a root password actually. I should have shown you.
Yeah. It has root at Najam, yes.
Okay, there type host name, CTL, set host name, set hyphen host name, and then give it a name. Najam01 at zmpt.com.
Najam 1, right? 01.
01.
Okay. .zmpt.com. So will it override the existing
Yes.
name? So it says unknown operation set.
Yeah. No, you must type the exactly the way it is. Okay, here's I'm gonna pull up on the screen again. If you don't type the correct way, it won't work.
It is the same. Yeah, it is the same way.
Hello.
Oh, no. I have missed out a hyphen out there.
नहीं क्या करे थे कल ग्रिल करे थे क्या करे थे अच्छा और क्या है साथ में वाइट राइस है कौन सा राइस है ओके इनफ है तो भेजो नहीं तो खाली चिकन ही भेजो अगर है तो उसको टेक्स्ट करो पिकअप करो मैं क्या बोला मैं इस वास्ते कहीं को बोला भाई जरा कोऑर्डिनेट करना नहीं तो मैं निकल रहा हूँ बोल के टेक्स्ट करना ये सब करना जान दो छोड़ो तो माना ही ना सारी फिक्स करने को आओ यहाँ पे फिर ओके okay so you all good Najam
Yes, yes.
okay everybody we're gonna end it here today and practice it going in and out of the server 1
Okay.
okay don't go into server 2 and server 3 yet okay please we're gonna just go just practice it going in and out of here exit
Okay.
and then when you are in a server 01 which is a master server just go back into your server and practice it couple times and just imagine what is happening okay and then you can go ahead and definitely create some files and all that on the new server
Okay.
We
So
create
whenever
so the first server whichever one we worked on now today the new server you got you guys are free to do whatever you want with it okay just you could like start creating files deleting files go into as a root and start making and creating files we'll catch up tomorrow you have a question
so how we like before you used to exit so it used to close the page now it's not letting us do that so how do we
No, I told you it goes back to the previous one. Just type exit. You
Yeah, I
can-
know that. I know that. But how do we come out? Like, how do we save everything and just come out of the page?
It will save it for you. You don't have to do a special save.
So then after that, we just close it,
Exit. Type exit.
exit, and then close it.
No, when you type exit, the window disappears. On the last server, once you are in a master server, when you type exit, the window disappears.
And then when we log in again, we have to log in with the old